Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you each and every one? With you, Mr. Muhammad Jamal, in new lesson 15.1, numerical pattern. Our objectives for today: by the end of the lesson, students should be able to analyze numerical pattern and to find the relationship by using maybe like this kind of tables. You know, we have here first question. Emma has 100 in her saving account. George has $50 in his saving account. They each put $10 in their accounts at the end of each week. So this means each week we will add, yes, exactly, $10. Complete the tables to see how much each of them has saved after 5 weeks. What patterns do you notice? So let's start this. Yeah, so here we have Emma. Emma has $100. Each time we will add $10. So when we add $10 here, the 100 will be $110. Then another 10, $120, $130, $140, $150. Each time just add 10. The same way here, George put $50, so it's going to be $60, $70, $80, $90. Finally, it's going to be $100. As you see at the end and in the 5th week, he's asking about which one? Yes, the 5th week. Emma has $150 and George has 100, yes, dollars. If you have a D block here between 100 and the corresponding value or the opposite value 50, 110 and 60, 120 and 70, each time you will find that attention that here is the difference between 100 and 50 is what? Yes, exactly, 50. Owes Emma is more than George with how much money? With $50. So the relationship here between each corresponding value is that each time Emma is more with $50. You can get this easily if you just subtract 100 minus 50, 110 minus 60, 120 minus 70, and so on till 150 minus 100 is the same 50. Here we have Lindsay has a sage plant that is 3.5 inches tall. She also has a rosemary plant. Here is the sage plant, which is 3.5 inches. The other one here, rosemary plant, is 5.2 inches. Okay, tall. Both plants grow with this rate 1.5 each week. So after each week, we should add 1.5 more. So to get the relationship here, just draw here 2 tables. As you see, the first week, the start it was from 3.5. Here the start for the rosemary it was 5.2 inches. And each and every week we should add 1.5. Yes, 1.5 each and every week. Yes, 1.5. So when we add 1.5 to 3.5, it's going to be 5, then 6.5, then 8, then 9.5 or 9.5. Then finally, after 5 weeks, it's going to be 11. The same process I should do here by using 5.2. I will add 1.5, like let's take an example. 5.2, and here 1.5. Just align them, decimal with the decimal as you see. 2 and 5, 2 plus 5 is 7, decimal point. 5 plus 1 is 6, so this is 6.7. And by the same way, adding 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, finally week 5, the rosemary plant will be 12.7 inches tall. So here we have here a question that Anthony says that the pattern is the sage plant is always 1.7 inch shorter. How to know that yes it's true or no it's not? Actually, just try to compare the relation between each two corresponding values here. So for example, the 3.5 and the 5.2. To know that the difference between them, just I will subtract them 5.2 and here 3.5 and just subtract. Let's change our color. Yes. 2 minus 5, no one tell me it's a 3. No, I will just go to 5 to borrow 1, and the 2 will be 12. So 12 minus 5 is 7, then decimal point, then 4 minus 3 is 1. So yes, the difference between sage plant and rosemary plant is 1.7 less. Yes, this one is less than the other one with 1.7. So the answer is yes, I'm agree with this. Now we have another question here. As you see here, he's asking if the plant continued to grow 1.5 inches each week, how tall will each plant will be after how many? 15 week. Okay, after 15 week. To know after 15 week, we have here another question to know after 10 weeks. How it gonna be after 10 weeks? We know here till the 5th week. This is week 5. So the slow way is to make here the number of weeks. Here is week number 6, week number 7, week number 8, 9, 10. Each and every time I'm going to add, yes, exactly, I will add 1.5. So I will add it step by step. Then I will tell you the another way to make it easier and faster. So let's do it step by step. Add 1.5 to 11. It's going to be, yes, 12.5. Then another 1.5 over the 12.5 is going to be 14.0 or 14. Then another 1.5, so 15.5. And after this 1.5 is going to be 17. Then another 1.5 is going to be 18.5. This is week 10. Type. Another student, he will tell me, teacher, each and every time we should add 1.5 for each 1 week, right? Okay, this 1.5, the starting from 3.5, isn't it? Okay, and how many weeks we have? 10 weeks. So just multiply the number of weeks, 10, multiply by 1.5. It will give you, yes, when you multiply by 10, just move the decimal point to the right one step like this. So the answer will be 15. So I multiplied the 1.5 by the number of weeks, which is 10, so I got 15. When you add 3.5, which is the number that I should start with, plus the 15, okay, let's see what we have. Decimal here with the decimal because it doesn't have any decimal. Let's put here a 0. 5 and 0 is 5. Decimal is decimal. 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 and nothing is 1. The same 18.5. So instead here that I will do 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just let me try to do it by the faster way. We have 10 weeks multiplied by the same 1.5, so I will add 15. The start here with 5.2, so I will just add 5.2 plus what? Plus 15. Put the decimal with the decimal and decimal point here and do addition. Okay, 2 plus 0 is 2, decimal point, and here we have 5 and 5 is 10, carry up 1, 1 and 1 is 2. So the answer here in 10th week should be 20.2. Yes, the answer will be after 10 weeks. For this one is 18.5 and for that one is 20.2. Here in this question 4, if the plants continue to grow 1.5 inches each week, how tall will each plant be after 15 weeks? So we can make a table, and each step we can add, as you see, the same number, which is 1.5 for 15 weeks, but this will be a little bit long and slow. So let's do it fast. 1.5, this is the number that each week is going to be told, then multiplied by the number of weeks, which is 15. Yes, multiply 15 by 15, then put the decimal point after one digit. 5 times 5 is 25, carry up the 2. 5 times 1 is 5, 5 and 2 is 7. Then don't forget the 0, we finished the 5. Let's change our color here. So here we finish the 5, let's go to the 1. 1 times 5 is 5, and 1 times 1 is 1, and this 2 we already used it before, so we don't need to use it now. Now add 5 and plus 0 is 5, 7 plus 5 is 12, carry up the 1, 1 and 1 is 2, so it's going to be yes, 2.25. Wrong. Why? Because I put the decimal point after 2 digit. It should be after 1 digit only. 2, 2, 5. Then put the decimal after 1 digit, teacher. So here, this is the right answer. 22.5. Yes. Take this number 22.5 and add it to the start number 22.5. 22.5. So for the rosemary here plant, I will add 2 and 5, 7, decimal, same decimal, 5 plus 2, 7, 2 and nothing, the same 2. So it's going to be 27.7 inches for the rosemary plant. Now the other one, 3.5 plus 22.5, 5 and 5 is 10, carry up 1, 1 and plus 3 is 4, 4 and 2 is 6, don't forget the decimal. Now 2 and nothing is the same 2, so it's 26.0 or 26 inches for the sage plant. Yes. Okay, in this question number 5, we have here Tim and Joe. The first one has $1.25 and the other one has $2.75, $2.75. So each and every time we are going to add 0.50, which means 50, yes, halalas. So here, just by adding here what we have, yes, you can add it mentally, you can add it step by step, it's up to you. Here when you add the 50 over the 25, it's going to be 1 decimal point, yes, $75. Then another 50, it's going to be $2.25. Then after this, it's $2.75. Then by the same way, $3.25. Then $3 $0.75, yes, dollars. Now by the same way here, you are going to add the same 50 cents. This will give you, this is a dollar sign, $3.25, then $3.75, then after this $4.25, then $4.75, finally $5.25. Okay, this is the 5th week. So after 5 weeks, the first one, Tim, has how many? $3.75. Yes. The other one, Jill has $5.25. Okay, this is after 5 weeks. And you can do this one by the same way as I told you. We have here 0.50 multiplied by 5 weeks. So this will give you what? Yes, exactly 0.50 multiplied by the 5 will give you 250 for the decimal point. So just add 2.50 over the start, which is 1.25. When you add 2.5 and 1.25, this will give you 3.75. When you add the other one, 2.75 plus 2.50, this will give you $5.25. Okay. So here, as you see here, our table, what is the relationship that you can see between any two corresponding values here, between 1.75 and 3.75? Actually, to get this relation, what you have to do is just subtract this one minus that one. Subtract any two. Yes, just let's make, for example, 2.75 minus 1.25 minus 5 minus 5 is 0, 7 minus 2 is 5, decimal, the same decimal, 2 minus 1 is 1. So the relationship between here Tim is that Tim is 1.50 less. It's $1.50 less. Who? Tim. Tim is $1.50 less than whom? The other one, Joe. Now he wants to ask you if Tim and Joe continue saving in this way, the same way, which is to add the same amount of money, which is 0.50 or $50 each week. How much will each have saved after 10 weeks? So we can just add the same process, 0.50, 0.70, week 6, week 7, week 8, week 9. It's boring a little bit, guys. So let's just multiply the 10 by the amount each week we will save, which is 0.50, multiply by 10, move the decimal one step, so the 0.50 will be 5.0, or we can say $5. So just add the $5 to the start amount that each one start with. Here Tim started with $1.25, add the 5, so mentally you can get it easily, $6.25. This is for Tim. And for Joe, you can just bring the start one here, which is $2.75, $5.75 and add the 5. Put the decimal here you can, and put it 2 zeros if you like. So it's 5 7, and here decimal, and here is 2 and 5 is 7. So the answer is yes for Joel is $7.75. Finally, in our lesson today, we analyzed the pattern, we analyzed and we know the relationship between each two corresponding values, and the tables, of course, it's help us. We do it by using the tables, we do it by using a mental way as well. Finally, I hope that you understand the lesson. Good luck in another lessons, inshallah. See you, and keep yourself safe. May Allah protect you and your families, and see you in another videos, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.